Every day on this channel, we go through everything that the president said on Truth Social in the last 24 hours. So let's get started. Okay, so the big news from today is when Trump said, "I greatly respect the fact that all scheduled hangings which were to take place yesterday, over 800 of them, have been canceled by the leadership of Iran. Thank you." Some people speculate this is why Donald Trump called off a strike in Iran. However, I've heard other commentary that talk about how he was worried that a strike just for the sake of a strike wouldn't be necessary, and he'd rather bide his time. And I also heard that the internet still shut off until March, so we're really just taking the Ayatollah's word for this. But Trump did give us an update on Israel, saying, "It's my great honor to announce that the Board of Peace has been formed. The members of the board will be announced shortly, but I can say with certainty that it's the greatest and most prestigious board ever assembled at any time, any place. Thank you for your attention to this matter." And Steve Witkoff announced that we've officially entered the next phase of Gaza's 20-point peace plan, saying, "Today, on behalf of President Trump, we are announcing the launch of Phase 2 of the President's 20-point peace plan to end the Gaza conflict, moving from ceasefire to demilitarization, technocratic governance, and reconstruction. Phase 2 establishes a transitional technocratic Palestinian administration in Gaza, the National Committee for the Administration of Gaza, and begins the full demilitarization and reconstruction of Gaza, primarily the disarmament of all unauthorized personnel. The U.S. expects Hamas to comply fully with its obligations, including the immediate return of the final deceased hostage. Failure to do so will bring serious consequences. Importantly, Phase 1 delivered historic humanitarian aid, maintained the ceasefire, returned all living hostages, and the remains of 27 of the 28 deceased hostages. We are deeply grateful to Egypt, Turkey, and Qatar for their indispensable mediation efforts that made all the progress today possible." And Donald Trump shares a note he wrote to the president of Egypt, El-Sisi. "I thank you for your leadership in successfully mediating a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas. I recognize and admire your steady role in managing the many security and humanitarian challenges that have faced this region and your own people since October 7, 2023. This war has weighed heavily on Egyptians, not just their neighbors in Israel and Gaza. In the spirit of our personal friendship and America's commitment to peace and the well-being of Egypt's people, I'm ready to restart U.S. mediation between Egypt and Ethiopia to responsibly resolve the question of the Nile water sharing once and for all. My team and I understand the deep significance of the Nile River to Egypt and its people, and I want to help you achieve an outcome that assures the water needs of Egypt, the Republic of the Sudan, and Ethiopia long into the future. The United States affirms that no state in this region should unilaterally control the precious resources of the Nile and disadvantage its neighbors in the process. I believe that with the right technical expertise, fair and transparent negotiation, and a strong United States role in monitoring and coordinating between parties, we can achieve a lasting agreement for all Nile Basin nations. A successful approach will guarantee predictable water releases during droughts and prolonged dry years for Egypt and the Sudan, while allowing Ethiopia to generate very substantial amounts of electricity, perhaps some of which can be given or sold to Egypt or the Sudan." And he says, "Thank you once again for the friendship and partnership you have provided to me and to the people of the United States. Resolving the tensions around the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam is at the very top of my agenda as I work for lasting peace in the Middle East and Africa. I very much hope that this truly understandable dispute over the Jerd Dam will not lead to a major military conflict between Egypt and Ethiopia. Thank you for your attention to this matter." And guys, today Donald Trump got the Nobel Peace Prize. This is from his meeting with Maria Corina Machado of Venezuela in the Oval Office, during which she presented the president with her Nobel Peace Prize in recognition and honor. And here's a picture of the two of them. The Nobel Peace Prize says, "To President Donald Trump, in gratitude for your extraordinary leadership in promoting peace through strength, advancing diplomacy, and defending liberty and prosperity." And Trump said it was a great honor to meet with Maria Corina Machado of Venezuela today. "She's a wonderful woman who has been through so much. Maria presented me with her Nobel Peace Prize for the work I've done, such a wonderful gesture of mutual respect." And he talked again about his healthcare plan, saying today he had a great meeting on healthcare this morning. "The federal government money must be paid, not to the insurance companies, but directly to the people. Great healthcare will be provided at a substantially reduced cost." And here's a video that talks about that.
"Despite colossal increases in government spending since Obamacare was passed, only 7% of the annual Medicaid spending on rural hospitals has gone to rural hospitals. So there's only a very little. They didn't care. Obama didn't care about the rural community, to be totally blunt. They spent hundreds of billions of dollars, and we're going to have that money spent to the people and given to the people, not we're going to circumvent the insurance companies. Partially as a result, rural health care facilities have suffered from low occupancy rates, workforce shortages, and failing programs that put Band-Aids, literally put Band-Aids over the problems in those communities. And we're not going to have that. We're taking great care of them. With the Rural Health Transformation Program, we are getting rural communities the health support they need, and we're getting it immediately. These funds will go to empowering rural hospitals, strengthening their workforce, modernizing facilities and technology, and ensuring that rural Americans get world-class healthcare in their own community.
All right, let's look at Minnesota, in which Trump says the troublemakers in Minnesota, agitators, and insurrectionists are in many cases highly paid professionals. The governor and the mayor don't know what to do. They have totally lost control and are currently being rendered useless. If and when I'm forced to act, it will be solved quickly and effectively. And the state of Florida honored President Trump by renaming Southern Boulevard to President Donald J. Trump Boulevard. So here's Trump on that.
So I'm tremendously honored that the main boulevard from Palm Beach International Airport to the beautiful Mar-a-Lago is being renamed in my honor. That's a very important stretch. I'll remember this amazing gesture for the rest of my life. Wow.
Just like in a special way, you know, okay. You've done this before.
That's a serious sign.
And Trump shares an epic view of Marine One. You can see that right there over this presidential walk path which Trump just put in. And to finish off, Trump talks about faith.
America was founded on faith, as we know, and I've been saying it for a long time. And when faith gets weaker, our country seems to get weaker. When faith gets stronger, as it is right now, we're having a very good period of time. After some rough years, good things happen for our country. It's amazing the way it seems to work that way. And under the Trump administration, we're defending our rights and restoring our identity as a nation under God. We are one nation under God, and we always will.
All right, and so that was everything that the president posted about today. We got to see him say that Iran is stopping the killing of their protesters, as well as launch the 20-point initiative to bringing peace in the Middle East. We also got to see him meet with the opposition leader of Venezuela who presented Trump the Nobel Peace Prize. That was everything that Donald Trump said today, and if you want to support the channel, consider subscribing, and I am out.